Hi guys, I'm Shelley and welcome to another Monday mission, which is a basic TBR for the week. This was thought up by Daisy from 1000 Lives of Daisy. I will link her below, go check her out, she's wonderful and she's the reason I am here on BookTube. Going straight into last week's books, I read Cinder by Marissa Maya, still don't know, the first in the Lunar Chronicles, which are futuristic retellings of fairy tales. I love this book. I've had a bit of bad luck with series lately. I haven't liked the first book, so I haven't continued, but this one is brilliant. It's fast paced, it doesn't dawdle, there's plenty of different stories going on at the same time, but they don't clash each other out, you don't get confused with what's going on. I love how they've taken Cinderella's story and then added other aspects to it, particularly the fact that she is Cinderella is a cyborg. She has robotic parts in her because she had an accident when she was young, and so parts of her were replaced. Because of this, she isn't quite seen as human anymore, and so most of her human rights are taken away. It's kind of a thing they do if you need a part replaced, your heart, your legs, anything, a certain percentage of you becomes robotic. The more percentage of it is robotic, the less human rights you have, which is, for this day and age, rather interesting. I cannot wait to pick up, I think it's Scarlet that's next, and then Cress, and then there is a new one coming out soon called Winter. Next I picked up 1 Million Lovely Letters by Jodie Ann Binkley, which is an autobiographical story of her. She became really ill with a brain infection, and because of that she had a mini stroke, and so she was left temporarily paralysed down the right side of her body, and because of the infection she was left with the illness ME. This kind of hits a lot of notes for me because I also have the illness ME, but I'll go back into that in a minute. Jodie, on a rather bad night, was lying on the floor and didn't like her life anymore and was having one of those moments, so she decided to set up the website 1 Million Lovely Letters, where she offers everybody a hug in a letter. If you're having a bad day, if you've had a bad breakup or something horrible's happened in your life, or if you just feel like you need a hug and you don't have one around, you email her and she sends you a letter in the post. Days now that we can just tweet each other and instant message each other, and there's no anticipation to talk to each other now, it's all instant all the time. I think the post means so much more. Having an envelope that has travelled a long way and has been thought about and time has been taken to do it, turn up on your doorstep covered in stickers and glitter and many felt tip pens, it just means so much more. And she goes on about that in the book, about how we are connected in a different way now and nobody really sits down and takes the time, and so it means so much more if they do. As I said, I have the illness ME as well, so this connected with me a lot of ways. I really loved its positivity. There are a lot of dark bits in it because she's ill. I did have a slight problem with the positivity though, because although what has happened to Jodie is horrible, she is about 2 or 3 years into being ill. I, on the other hand, am about 19 years into being ill, so our perspectives on this illness are a lot different, and I found it a little preachy, but that's just my personal view. I found it very, very good communicating wise. One of the horrible side effects of having ME is that you have short-term memory loss, and you have communicating problems. You can't always find the right words, and you can be sat there for hours trying to find a way to describe what is going on in your body and in your head, and you just can't. But she can. She's found the words, and so I went through this with a pencil, highlighting all the things that I have been trying to say for years and haven't been able to. I've actually been trying to do a video for you guys describing my illness for like weeks now, and every time I do it just comes out a jumble. So I think I might end up doing a video linked to this book. I'll be quoting it continuously from now on because she just finds the perfect words to put in a perfect sentence to describe what the heck is going on. It's a beautiful project. If you want to get involved, I will put a link down below to her website because she's still taking on requests and she's also asking for help. So if you want to write a lovely letter and send it in and then she sends it on to somebody who needs a pick-me-up, you can do that, so I'll put the link down. I was going to listen to an audiobook, but I didn't. I ended up picking up The Girlfriend by Abby. Oh damn, I've forgotten her name. I can't even look it up because I'm recording on my iPad and that's where I'm reading. Apologies that I can't remember her name. It is erotica. I am an adult, I can read erotica, and I could say that I'm reading it just for the story, but that would be a slight lie. That being said, the story is very, very good, and it is the main reason why I'm reading it. This is the second in the series of The Boss, The Girlfriend, think the third one is the wife, so you can guess where this is going. It's about 80% story, 20% erotica, so and I really like the relationship that's going on. It is a kind of BDSM erotica thing, so you have the 50 Shades of Grey thing kind of hanging over its head, but this one's much more realistic. The sexual side of it gets left at the bedroom door, and he's not trying to control her life, or he's actually trying to push her towards independence and being her own person. There is a massive age difference in it. Of course, the guy is older, the girl is younger. I have a problem with that slightly, but I think I only have a problem with that because there aren't enough books the other way around, and there's not enough life the other way around. There's no diversity. It's always some kind of prejudice if an older woman is dating a younger guy. That being said, I do like the age gap a little bit because it just makes it a bit more interesting. So I'm only about 30% through that book, so I will be finishing it this week. I have the audiobook The Help, which I really want to read or listen to. A friend of mine and a wonderful YouTuber, Sylvia, is also reading it. I'll put a link down to her below. Go check her out. She's really cool. So I might try and catch up with her and do a bit of a read along. And then I really want to read How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moran, which is the first novel of hers I would read. I've read her kind of advice / autobiographical books, How to Be a Woman and More Mythology, but I've never read one of her novels. That being said, I've read the blurb, and it's about a teenager growing up in a sort of council house, a working class family situation, so I'm pretty sure it's slightly autobiographical as well, but I've heard wonderful things and I really want to read it if I can. I'm having another kind of crappy week. My cold turned into an ear infection, so my ear is still buzzing. So I'm gonna now shut up. I hope you guys are good. Hit me up down below in the comments if you've read any of the books or what are you gonna read this week. I'd really like to find out what you guys are planning this week, so hit me up. Like or subscribe if you feel like it, that would be great, and I'll see you guys later in the week. Bye!